Welcome everybody to the final presentations for La Gran Idea, or the Big Idea. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you those who are joining us via Zoom. Thank you those who have made time in your busy schedules to be here today. And most importantly, a big thank you, a very special thank you to our students. Let's give our students a round of applause for being here and making it this far. It's been a wonderful program, and it's been an awesome last couple of days to work with these very bright, very capable, exciting, energizing students. I wanted to begin with some acknowledgements. We have some folks visiting and some folks that I need to make sure that we call out. First and foremost, I just wanted to say a big thank you to my partner in crime through this whole project, Jacob Butler from Center for National Education. Jacob has been a wonderful representative of NAU's Center for International Education and has been a master of every detail through this project and has made things go so smoothly. We're very grateful for Marisol Torres, who is our counterpart at University of Sonora. A very big special thanks goes out to Carla Navarro? Carla Navarro. Thank you, Carla. Carla has been the UNISON equivalent on the other side of Jacob, working back and forth to make sure all the logistics of a cross-border, two times across the border program during a pandemic works. So thank you for making that happen. A very special thanks to Kristen Allen, who should be joining us remotely. She was going to be here in person, but could not make it. Kristen Allen approached me about a year and a half ago and said, "Hey, Curtis, there's this grant." And that's what kicked it all off. Kristen Allen approaching me and forming the partnership from Center for National Education with Boundaryless, and the rest is history. So thank you, Kristen. Tina Zetcher, who has been doing our assessment throughout this program, the whole Center for National Education team at NAU, and the whole Centro de Movilidad in the Universidad de Sonora. Thank you, both of you. And a big thanks to, if you can join us today, I don't know if he's on Zoom, our Presidente Cruz Rivera, who's been very supportive throughout this program, and our counterparts at UNISON. We have our professors here with us today. We have Trinidad Plata, who is with us on Zoom, who's a professor of food sciences. We have a professor of finances, Vanya Borbon, who's here with us today. We have Professor Alder Keleman-Saxena, who's here. Professor Nancy Baca, economics professor here. We also have some staff members joining us. We have Don Carter, educational technology specialist here at NAU. And we have Jose, I forget your last name, Diaz Aquino, who's here from representing our engineering school. I'm sorry, there's a long list, but I do need to get through it. We have representatives from Fundación Banorte, who were generous in supporting this. The foundation supported this grant program. Fundación Banorte, we have Laura Bueno. We have the Deputy Director of Public Affairs at Banorte. So thank you, Laura, for being here today. Representing Banorte, we also have Fernando Solis Cámara, who's Deputy General of Communication and Public Affairs for both Banorte and Gruma. He's representing Gruma and Banorte today. And we have representatives from Partners of the Americas, which is the organization that facilitated the grant that we've been working with, Ukaya Bush, Penelope Kim, and Lara Cossette, who are joining us today. And last but not least, we have Maggie Hugg from the United States Department of State, which was another important funder of this grant program. So thank you all who are here. Thank you for being here. Most of you are here on Zoom that I just mentioned. So another round of applause for those who made this grant possible. Thank you. I wanted to quickly give a little bit of context for La Gran Idea, this program. And I'm sorry, we're going between English and Spanish today. We will be fluidly going in between both. I'm using English because I'm most comfortable in that language. But the story of the big idea, like I said, Kristen Allen approached me, and Center for National Education, our Movilidad office here at NAU, and Boundaryless, the Innovation Entrepreneurship Center, partnered for a grant through Partners of the Americas called the 100,000 Strong in the Americas grant. It's a grant that supports cross-border, cross-cultural learning and engagement. And the specific focus of this grant was food security and financial access, okay? So we put together a team of faculty at UNISON and AU. And we set up a series of phases of the program. Phase one was virtual learning. During the pandemic, we did virtual workshops with the professors giving workshops about these topics. The students learned about those. Then phase two, we traveled south. NAU students went south to Hermosillo, to the University of Sonora. And we visited communities outside of Sonora, indigenous communities. We learned about food systems. We sampled lots of different local foods, and we got to know each other as a team, okay? That was kind of still part of the learning phase. And then between that, phase two and phase three, I've been working with these teams individually as they've come up with all sorts of ideas, ideating a lot and then drilling down and then ideating and starting over and throwing it out and starting over. And then phase three of this program is where we are right now. This is the final phase of the program. The students have been here since Sunday night from UNISON. They came up Sunday, and we've been working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we're going to present today. So they've been working on, they've gone from idea. The last couple of days, I've been pushing them pretty hard to go from idea to a prototype and to an early stage, one single idea that they're working on, and a presentation about that idea and its strengths and what could become of that idea. Okay, so today these presentations are going to be showing the work that they've thought about, that they've researched, and over the last couple of days they have developed rapid prototypes for and strong ideas explaining the potential of their project. Now, many of these projects are in early stages still. So I want everyone in the audience individually, this includes the students who are here, those of you who are remote, you have the link to this. I want you to be filling out the feedback rubrics, okay? Use those as you go along. I taught for a year during a pandemic. I know what you're doing out there in Zoom right now. So I want you to pay attention, everybody in Zoom. So I want you to follow along and follow with this rubric. Those in the room, you have a physical rubric. Those in Zoom, you have a digital one. If you don't have a physical rubric in the room, you can scan the QR code on the back of someone's physical rubric and it'll pull up the virtual rubric, okay? And then behind you over here, there are some. So you can follow along. I want you to take notes and provide feedback. This was gonna be a competition. We were gonna select a winning team. And I've often felt that that model, it has its strengths, but often feels a little bit like theater of innovation, I've heard it called. I want us instead, I got rid of the competition and I turned it into a feedback session. So I want everyone to be thinking about how you can help these students and their projects potentially go further. Think of your network. Think of potential future grants that you might suggest to them. Think of ways that you might support them further. There are people in the room who are thinking about investing or donating money. Think about how you might financially support them, okay? That's what I want us to do in place of trying to score one win or another, okay? And I encourage every person individually to fill out those forms. We will give those forms back to the students after this program tomorrow. I'll collate them all and we'll make sure we get them to me here personally. Those who are filling out online, it'll be all digital and automatic. And I will get those to the students and we'll make sure that they get that feedback on their projects, okay? Like I said, this is gonna be it's gonna be bilingual. So if you don't speak Spanish, maybe meet the person next to you and make sure that you sit next to someone who can help you through it and vice versa, okay? The format of the event, it's going to be 10 minutes maximum presentation. Somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, these presentations will last. We'll be using PowerPoint here in Zoom. And if you start to go over 10 minutes, we'll give you a little signal and let you know that you need to wrap up, okay, as you're presenting. At the end of that, as the conclusion of each group, we will have time for a question and answer, about 10 minutes, okay? And again, if we start to go over, I'll try to move us along, okay? And if you're out there and you have Q&A in the chat, if you want to participate, you can put that in the chat, and we will do our best to get to your questions during the presentation time, okay? We have 4 teams that are presenting today. They'll be presenting in this order. Las Manos del Pueblo will be group number 1. Group number 2 will be Ajatipi. Group number 3 will be Nutre Aprende, and group number 4 will be group Let's Eat. Okay, just so the groups know that you've got between this flag and this flag is what is visible on Zoom. Okay, if you need me to jump over on the computer and do something for you, just let me know. I'll pop right up and do that. This will be your microphone, so you can speak into it. If you go to that computer, there's also a microphone that will pick you up automatically, and there is a clicker that can advance your slide, and it also has a laser pointer on it. Okay. So I'd like to welcome up the group Las Manos del Pueblo. Come on up, Manos del Pueblo. Yeah. We can't make it go down anymore. So we're just gonna, it shows up on Zoom, okay. All right, here you go. Yes. Oh yes, this is recorded. Talking about Manos de Pueblo. Can you go back? There you go. Here's your clicker, whoever wants to. Okay. Jacob, could we bring the lights down a little bit here in the front? Huh? Yeah. No. Yeah, those are solar lights. That's actually sunlight coming in. But there's a way to bring the intensity down. Solar tubes. Creo que es otra cosa, ¿no? Solar tubes. Okay, get it, I get it. Yeah. Whenever you'd like to start, you're ready to go.
Sure. So, good afternoon, everyone. Our team, well, our project actually is called Las Manos del Pueblo. My name is Luis Ángel Herrera. I'm studying finances at the University of Sonora. And the rest of the team members are
Clarice Green. I study civil engineering and French here.
Hi, my name is Carlos, and I'm studying finance in Northern Arizona University.
Hi, my name is Isabel Castro. Estudio químico biólogo clínico en la Universidad de Sonora.
Hi, my name is Alma Vázquez. I'm studying nutrition in la Universidad de Sonora.
Well, as Cortez mentioned, we went south. We actually went to a community called Punta Chueca, well, to a place called Punta Chueca, which is the home of a community, an indigenous community called Ceris, or Comca, which is how they identify themselves. So we would like to highlight a specific memory when we were there. It is that when we arrived, we went to a store. In this store, they were selling their handicraft. The items were beautiful and everything was cool. But in that process, some artisans came and they said, well, if you buy from the store, we are not getting any money. And so we understood that even among marginalized communities, there are people with less opportunity than others. So we contact Brian, who was our guide in this community in Punta Chueca, and we confirmed this problem. We talked about this problem and the possible solution that we wanted to propose, and he basically confirmed it.
Y por esto mismo, estos artesanos deciden vender sus artesanías por medio de intermediarios, en lo cual nosotros conocemos como revendedores. Pero el problema de estos es que estos revendedores venden el producto al doble o a veces hasta el triple del precio de que estos mismos lo dan. Es por esto que a ellos no les conviene mucho porque tienen un margen muy mínimo hablando económicamente. También estuvimos en contacto con Brandon, que es un muchacho de la comunidad navajo, el cual nos contó que en su comunidad tienen un tipo de flea market en el cual ellos bajan a vender sus artesanías, pero ellos no pueden ir todos al mismo tiempo, ya que no venderían lo suficiente para su sustento económico. Entonces, lo que ellos hacen es que cada familia se turna un día a la semana para bajar y así que que todos tengan algo igual, hablando económicamente, para que ellos puedan tener su sustento económico. Y es por esto que a nosotros se nos ocurrió la idea de hacer un módulo de aprendizaje para que estos artesanos puedan vender sus productos por medio de plataformas en línea. Pero como todo proyecto tiene sus ventajas y sus desventajas. La ventaja que nosotros vimos es que el mercado de artesanías se puede extender a nivel mundial, ya que se venderán por medio de plataformas en línea. También ellos tendrán la autonomía y la libertad financiera, ya que cada familia tendría tendría su propio manejo económicamente y así poder administrarse a gastar el dinero como a ellos mismos les plazca. Y la única desventaja que nosotros vimos es que para este proyecto se requiere de solo dos cosas: tiempo y disposición. Si la familia no se da el tiempo de subir sus productos y de estar constante de estas plataformas, ellos no van a poder tener el sustento económico para poder sobrevivir en sus comunidades.
And in order to continue with these videos that we're trying to make, which is how we are going to teach them to sell online, there are three requirements. The easiest way that we are trying to connect them is on a smartphone, because well, pretty much everyone's got one. Then internet connection, well, you need it, and a bank account.
Vale. Bueno, las plataformas que contemplamos para los modelos de aprendizaje, que serían videotutoriales donde le mostraríamos a los artesanos cómo crear la cuenta en las plataformas, cómo publicar sus artesanías, cómo ahí mismo poder dar marketing, publicidad a sus productos para que logren venderse, fueron Amazon, Instagram Shopping, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, en Etsy. Y los artesanos podrían elegir la plataforma que mejor les convenga según las comisiones de venta y el tipo de envío de las plataformas y la que se les facilite más usar. También, para ejemplo, del prototipo realizamos un video a través de la plataforma Mercado Libre, donde mostramos cómo publicar un producto. Pero por cuestiones de practicidad y tiempo, no lo vamos a mostrar, pero si quieren, lo podemos mostrar al final en la sección de preguntas.
One of the main goals of this project is not to make money. We're just trying to give information out there for people so they can have a better quality of life. Therefore, we decided the best way to organize this, it will be as a nonprofit organization. Now, how we found this idea? As is really common with these kind of organizations, our main source of income, it will be donations and sponsorships. Something that is great about this is that we don't really need a huge amount of money to make this work. So if we can get like a corporation, let's say like Banorte, NAU, Universidad de Sonora behind us, we are very sure that we can get the money necessary for start this. Now, when it comes to work, when it comes to bank and online platforms, everything gets updated every year. How are we planning to keep this current? The same way that we're doing it right now. We are students that we offer in our time because we believe in this cause. So every year we plan to bring a new wave of students. They can get experience in this and they can help as long as they believe in this idea. So when you come in, they notice there is something that needs to get updated, they can do it. Thus keeping the information updated.
Okay, as I mentioned, one of the requirements was a bank account. This is especially important because, the project was food insecurity and financial access. So we are trying to cover in that part with this. Banks don't get to that zone because it's really far away and there's not a lot of people. So we look on the internet for the easiest bank account that you can set up. This product is called Enlace Digital Banorte. It's offered by Banorte Group. And you can set it up in 5 minutes. It's the easiest we were able to find. So we are going to show you a video. And let's say it's an example of the videos that we plan to have in that learning module. So we're going to go ahead and show you the video.
Ya en la página web de Cuenta Enlace Digital Banorte, damos clic a contratar ahora. En la primera pestaña colocaremos nuestros datos generales como CURP, nombres, género, fecha de nacimiento y estado de nacimiento. Damos clic a validar datos. Nos llevará a la página 2 de domicilio y datos de contacto, donde colocaremos nuestro código postal, estado al que pertenecemos, municipio, delegación, así como nuestra colonia y nuestro número de domicilio, interior o exterior. así como también capturar datos de contacto como correo electrónico y un número de celular al cual tengamos fácil acceso en el momento de crear la cuenta. Y opcional, seleccionar una sucursal Banorte cercana. Al correo o número que proporcionamos nos llegará un código de verificación, el cual colocaremos y daremos a validar. El cuarto y último paso, personalizamos nuestra cuenta digital, contestamos las preguntas, nos proporcionarán un número de usuario y crearemos una contraseña para nuestra cuenta. Aceptamos los términos y condiciones de la empresa y declaramos que actuamos por cuenta propia y damos clic a confirmar. Una vez hecho esto, quedará hecha nuestra cuenta.
Well, that's how you create an account. It's really easy, right? It's just 5 minutes. And you can get money. You get a Clave account, so you can get a deposit right away.
And in conclusion, and finally, we've identified two positive impacts for anyone that accesses our program within the team. And that includes clients having better economic access. This access will aid in the promotion of food security for those clients. And in turn, they will be able to access food and access a better quality of life. Gracias por su atención.
Right now, yeah, we have 5 to 10 minutes for questions now. Thank you. You guys were 10 minutes on the dot. Good job.
Okay, so I'm curious, have you identified any issues organizationally or structurally there in terms of shipping and moving things around? You can sell things online, right? Just have a way to make sure that.
Okay.
Right. Prior to this, they were selling directly to people's business.
Yes, but since it's not a touristic place, so not a lot of people goes there. Just a few.
Just to make sure you got the mic.
Sure.
I'll take it out on the other question because they can't hear in Zoom unless they push the microphone.
Okay, and well, about the delivery system, we specifically choose Mercado Libre for the example. It's a Mexican platform. Well, I think it's from Argentina, but it works in Mexico as well. Basically, the customer covers for the cost of the shipping. Yeah, and setting up the account is completely free.
Yeah, we also talked to one of my friends. He's from the Navajo Reservation, just to see how the mail works in there. So most of the tribes within the reservation, they have access to will be like a mail office within there, and they just go and get their mail and drop their mail in there. So they do have a way to ship these products.
¿Ustedes pensaron en cómo van a contactar a la gente, a los artistas que están vendiendo sus productos? Porque están en un sitio remoto. Pues, ¿cómo van a hacer eso?
Sí, nuestra idea fue de, por ejemplo, grabar un video tutorial y como ellos normalmente no tienen acceso a internet o datos celulares, lo que nosotros planeamos hacer es un video en el cual les enseñemos desde cómo abrir una cuenta de banco hasta pues cómo publicar sus productos, pero nosotros entregárselos en físico, que son en puertos USB y también en DVDs, en lo que a ellos se les facilitara más, pues.
Y también sabemos que parte de lo que nos estaba diciendo mi compañero es que muchos de las tribus van a los flea markets, entonces nosotros ahí es donde venden sus artesanías. Parte de la idea sería ir a contactarlos donde venden las artesanías y darles esta información.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Ok. Ahí, un momento, voy a hacer eso. You end. How do you stop sharing your screen?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, voy a chat. Okay, se ve.
Sí, de hecho, eso es otro punto de los que hablamos. Por lo menos en la comunidad Navajo, la mayoría de los elders o de la gente ya mayor, muchos a lo mejor no hablan inglés, pero nuevas generaciones o la gente más joven, y digo de 40 para abajo, ya hablan inglés y el idioma de la reservación. Entonces, sí, hay manera de que ellos van a entender esto.
Sí, de hecho la dinámica con la comunidad seria es muy similar. Por ejemplo, Brian, que es el muchacho que mencioné, esta persona está en la universidad, pues tiene un buen nivel de educación. Sin embargo, pues de cierta edad para abajo, al igual que los navajos, saben leer, saben escribir, saben usar el teléfono. Entonces teníamos la idea de apoyarnos como en la gente más joven y que ellos ayudaran a las gentes mayores a vender los productos. Serían su intermediario, pero son su familia, entonces no iba a haber tanta pérdida de dinero ahí por la cadena productiva, ¿no?
Other questions? Okay, ya estamos, gracias. Muy bien. Bien hecho, muchas gracias, equipo Las Manos del Pueblo. Ok, ahora vamos a pasar a equipo Ajatipi. Vengan a frente, Ajatipi. Y ahí está el video. Vamos a empezar de comienzo. Ahí está su clicker. ¿Y quién va a empezar? Rachel. All right, whenever you would like, you can start.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you to everyone that is here supporting us today. We really appreciate it. This is my team, and we will be presenting our big idea, or nuestra gran idea. So first, my name is Rachel. I'm an education and Spanish major here at NAU, and here are my teammates.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mariana Lopez, and I'm currently studying a bachelor's degree of law at the University of Sonora.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarai Gonzalez. I am a business management major here at NAU.
Hi, I'm Ivan Melikov, and I'm studying a Bachelor in Finances in Universidad de Sonora.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diana Zazueta. I'm majoring in chemical engineering at Universidad de Sonora. Oh, and this is the name of our project. The name is Ajatipi, which means thank you in the Comcac language.
So when we started this project, we didn't know about the challenges that we were going to face to be able to come up to our big idea. We had to understand that sometimes the process is not linear, so we had to restart many times because it's difficult to create a potential solution for a problem that you don't really are aware of. But when we had the opportunity to visit this Comcap community, we had the opportunity to know about their needs, about their life, and also about their living conditions. And also, I want to talk to you about Brian. Brian is our friend that is part of this community, and he's living in there, so he knows the situation firsthand. So I think it's really important to know about his point of view because we don't want to impose them a solution. We want to propose them something that it could be beneficial for them.
Ok, ahora les voy a hablar del problema. Punta Chueca es un poblado perdido en el tiempo. Y para buscar una solución fue a lo mejor algo muy moderno, los puede poner al corriente con las demás ciudades. Punta Chueca está donde se conecta el desierto con el mar. Esto hace que su tierra sea prácticamente infértil. No pueden cosechar sus alimentos, excepto en huertos especiales que han estado trabajando. Otro problema que tienen es el tema financiero. Tienen un muy poco auge de empleo y lo que ganan llega a ser muy poco, la verdad. Así es que los alimentos que pueden consumir y que pueden adquirir son de muy baja calidad y también muy baja la cantidad de alimentos.
So this is where our solution comes into play. We have decided to use TikTok as a platform in which we will acquire donations from the TikTok users. These donations will then be redistributed into the Comcast community. We have decided to focus on this community since we have a representative from the community itself. Not only will we be gaining donations to go ahead and allow them to have more accessibility to these resources that are needed, so like food, water, and clothing, we will also raise awareness of these problems to a greater level.
So why TikTok? Well, first I would like everyone who has TikTok to just raise their hand. Be honest. If you have TikTok, raise your hand. Okay. I bet a lot of people on Zoom have TikTok too. So we decided to use TikTok. There's some different statistics up here, but TikTok was the most downloaded app of 2021. TikTok has over 1 billion active users, and TikTok is the most engaging social media app. So we have these facts, but also, as many of you know from experience, TikTok is very engaging. People of all ages can find videos about their interests. You can learn about new things. You can find recipes. You can find different communities on TikTok. Also, TikTok has a really efficient algorithm that allows people to find, like I was saying, exactly what they're interested in on your For You page. Because of that, we think that TikTok would be the best platform to use for our idea, because it's going to draw in the most people, and we'll have an audience that is interested in learning about new things and meeting new people.
So here's our idea. On TikTok, you can send gifts to any content creator that is live streaming. So the shape of these gifts can vary from a flower to a microphone and so on. So TikTok has a catalog of these stickers. For example, a TikTok user needs to have TikTok coins to be able to obtain these kind of gifts, but these coins are bought with real money. So for example, 25 pesos is equivalent to 65 TikTok coins. So in this case, the idea is that TikTok can expand its catalog, implementing stickers of things that are representative of the Comcast community. So, but how would it work? Every time that a TikTok user is watching a live stream, and the user decide to use these specific gifts, they will be supporting the Comcast community as well, because a certain amount of the profits will go to the content, the creator, but another amount will go to a trust fund in Banorte. So Banorte can convert this money in food that will be distributed to the Comcast community. So we're trying to use this platform that is really famous nowadays to create something beneficial for that community. And now we're gonna show you a demo of how it will work in real life.
So this video here?
Yeah. Okay, so this is a demonstration how it would work. Right now we're making the purchase in app of the coins. And this purchase can be either with a credit card that you have associated with your account or gift cards. And after you make that purchase, you can choose the type of stickers that you will send. And right now you see at the top line and on the second line, those are actually our stickers that we designed regarding the Comcast community. And since it's mixed in with the rest of the stickers, you can also be donating without even knowing you're donating.
If you look on the slide, this is a close-up of the stickers we created. All of these stickers are symbols that represent the Comcat community. We have different animals that are specific species that live in this community. We also have two fruits, the pitaya and the tuna, and those in English translates to dragon fruit and to prickly pear fruit. Those are two common fruits that are eaten in the Comcat community. And then we also have the large basket, and that is something that's very special and unique to the community. We saw one when we went there, and it is something made by the artisans for up to 2 years that they spent 2 years working on. And it's a beautiful demonstration of their artisan work. This is the real images of the stickers that we made in the last slide. So yeah, it just shows the real images with the basket and the fruits and the different animals.
Okay, the financial model. This is a 6-step process. The first one is a transaction with real money. You purchase some Tick Tock credits with your credit card, debit card. The second one is you change your Tick Tock credits for the gifts or stickers. And the third one is if you use those stickers in the live streaming of some content creator, you are donating some part of that of the sticker value to the program. The part is if you are using the Comcast gifts, yeah, some part like we don't know exactly the amount is going to the bank, and the bank will manage this trust fund, and the trust fund with the trustee will we'll work together to grow the capital of the donations. And the last one is with all the donations the bank received, they gave it to the Comcat community.
So these donations could be made in 2 ways. They could either be monetary donations or in-kind donations. We're focusing more on the in-kind donations so that the community itself gets the food and the water and the resources it actually needs. Because a lot of times, as we know, when you give money to people, they don't use it for the purpose it's supposed to. So these in-kind donations would focus on getting them at better quality of life and having access to nourishable food. The monetary donations, on the other hand, though, they could be used to improve their infrastructure, so like their fishing boats or their desalination plants.
And as we mentioned before, we want to focus on the in-kind donations, so getting more nutrients to the community, because right now they have a very limited diet. It's limited to seafood that they fish themselves. Also, as we mentioned before, pitayas and tunas that are the only fruit that grows in that region. And also they have local stores and they have access to another type of food, but it's junk food. So mainly potato chips, sodas, things like that. So they are not really having the nutrients necessary to live a good life that we should all be getting. So we want to focus on having non-perishable and fresh food delivered to them. Preferably the non-perishables to be monthly and the fresh food to be delivered every 2 weeks if possible. And this will greatly improve their eating habits and their way of life. Thank you so much for listening and being here at the pitch of our idea. We hope we can receive feedback from you guys and also to support us. If you have any more questions, to the email that we made for the project. And I hope you can also raise awareness for this community that has been forgotten by society.
Questions in the chat or questions in the audience? I'll bring you the mic. Yes, Don?
So I'm curious about your level of involvement with the, the supply chain issues of, in-kind donations coming in and then distributing them? And would they be of the right kind and quality that people would appreciate? Sometimes with in-kind donations, you get 18,000 cans of peanut butter or something. And, you know, it may not be what, that's one of the problems with in-kind. So I'm just kind of curious if you've thought through, would this really be addressing their desires and needs?
Okay, yeah, so we actually talked with Brian, our contact in the contact community, and he told us that he right now feels that they are really lacking on their diet. So he will really like to have fresh fruits and veggies available to them as much as possible, as well as canned foods that are usually used in the Mexican and their own culture. So such as corn, maybe flour, things so they can feed themselves with a more variety, because yeah, right now it's very limited. We had a plan, well, we have some thoughts on how they can get that quality food, and it will be making like associations or convenios with supermarkets that are local, such as Soriana, La Comer. Those are supermarkets that are in Mexico. Yeah.
Those supermarkets appear in the Banorte page. They have like convenios, contracts, agreements.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps. Because, you know, with the in-kind kind of donations, you may not get, you know, things to them that they really know how to use or want to use. So using the supermarkets, and you know, that might be better.
Tomaron en consideración la gente. Ellos viven en un sitio aislado ahora mismo y de momento... ¿Se apagó? Okay. Sí, de momento tener esto en TikTok y tener el mundo entero viéndolos a ellos, eso es algo que ellos quieren, que la comunidad va a apreciar. ¿Eso lo tomaron en cuenta y pensaron en ese efecto que podría tener en ellos?
So in this case, the idea is not to making a video of them or the community. It's just to make stickers. So these stickers are gonna be like gifts. Yeah, and for example, are gonna be like gifts that any user, any TikTok user can send when, I don't know, maybe I'm watching a live stream and I want to send this specific sticker because I want to contribute to that community. So we have been in contact with Brian, and he said that it's fine and that could be beneficial for that community. So that's it.
Yes, I just wanted to clarify for everyone that this will be any person who is live streaming. So any person on TikTok that is live streaming, it is a common practice now to give them like a tip. That's what the sticker is. You're choosing a sticker, and that's giving the influencer money directly using your TikTok coins. And so with our idea, the stickers would be specific to the Comcat community, and people could choose those stickers, and part of the donation they're giving to the content creator would actually go to the community. And another reason this is an idea that we came up with is because right now content creators do already donate part of the money that they get from these live streams. They already are donating it to different charities, different causes. So we would just be adding another cause and adding an easy way by having the sticker already made so that people can just directly send money and raise awareness for the cause. Does that help a little bit? Awesome. Any other questions? Any on Zoom?
Looks like none in the chat. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Equipo AKTP. Next, Grupo Aprende, Nutre Aprende. Por favor, Afrante, Nutre Aprende. ¿Van a necesitar una mesa? ¿Algo? Ok. Ya tenemos aquí. Vamos a bajar eso. Bien, vamos a poner eso enfrente. ¿Dónde quiere? Así. ¿Está? Ok. ¿Quién va a empezar? ¿Quién guía? I'm going to get your... Let me pull it up really quick, okay? Si necesitan ver sus letras y cosas, está aquí en esta pantalla también, lo que está arriba.
Okay, let's start. Hi, everyone. Good evening. We are the team present the project Aprende. I am Perla Espinosa, student on international business, and this is my team.
Hi, my name is Nasia Valenzuela. I'm here from NAU and I'm studying software engineering.
Hi, my name is Alejandro Torres and I'm studying food chemistry on University of Sonora.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Rodriguez. I am studying finance at University of Sonora.
And let's go into introduce you our big idea. For start, para empezar, el 23% de la población en México posee una inseguridad alimentaria, lo que quiere decir que no tiene acceso a alimentos o no tiene la posibilidad de obtener estos alimentos con mucha facilidad, lo que provoca normalmente problemas de salud, tanto en niños como en adultos, que afectan en la calidad de vida de las personas. A lo que llegamos, que durante nuestro viaje a estas comunidades vulnerables, observamos que estas personas, además de no tener el acceso suficiente a estos alimentos, no tienen la preparación adecuada de estos alimentos para que puedan aprovechar mejor sus nutrientes. Es por ello que desarrollamos el proyecto Aprende. Aprende es el programa, desarrollamos el programa que es a través de la educación nutricional o alimenticia, y agregamos lo que es el kit de alimenticio, podría llamarlos así, para contribuir contra la lucha de la inseguridad alimentaria en las comunidades más vulnerables. Le vamos a presentar lo que es nuestro kit.
Okay, so this is the basic kit that our team would be implementing. As you can see, it's just a box that was designed for it to be like small and easy to transport. So when you open it, when you open it, you can see that we have a little booklet, and this is going to be explained more in detail later, but this goes along with the education that we would be providing for them. And then again, talking about transport, our team, to determine the type of food that we would include in the kit, our team determined that it would be better if it wasn't fresh because of the transportation. So we didn't want to risk any of that. And it's a lot cheaper if it's just a truck without having to have freezers and stuff in them. So to also determine the food that we had, we focused on el plato del buen comer, the healthy eating plate. And this plate has different categories. So we start with leguminos, and these we are including chickpeas, beans, and lentils. All this are things that are easily accessible and cheap that they can get access to in their communities already. Another category is cereals. We have rice in that category included in the kit. Oh, also in the leguminos section, this soy protein falls under that category, but it's we are using it as a way to replace protein since we aren't transporting meat. So this is a way that gives them the protein that would be in the meat. Then we have milk that goes in like dairy products, but it's dry milk again for transportation. We have chia seeds that fall under seeds and like rices and stuff, but we are including this to include healthy oils like omega-3 that is included in chia. Since again, because of transportation, we are including dehydrated vegetables and fruits that won't have any problem transporting and getting to these communities that could be far. Yeah, this is all that's included in the kit, and the book will be explained now.
Pues a continuación voy a explicar un poco más a detalle el libro. El libro, sí. El libro, en primer lugar, pues contiene lo que es la portada en la que está el logo de Banorte y Grupo Gruma, que son los patrocinadores de este proyecto. Y también tiene nuestro logo y una frase que es como nuestro eslogan. Después, al momento de abrir el librito, se van a encontrar con esa sección que especifica prácticamente quiénes somos y qué es lo que hacemos como proyecto NutriAprende. Después van a encontrar que tenemos una sección en la que se resumen muy bien todos los grupos de alimentos que se incluyen en esta caja. Asimismo, se incluyen ejemplos de alimentos de cada uno de estos grupos. Y después, algo más que incluimos fue, además de ya explicar los grupos de alimentos y ejemplos de los mismos, también tenemos algunos tips muy sencillos de seguir que pueden seguir las personas con el objetivo de obtener una mayor cantidad de nutrientes al momento de consumir los alimentos. Por ejemplo, en el caso del arroz, que fue lo que nos enfocamos en este ejemplo, el arroz es un cereal. Los cereales, cuando se combinan con legumbres, como por ejemplo los frijoles, lentejas, garbanzos, etcétera, forman una proteína completa, lo cual hace que en su conjunto de cereal con leguminosa sean una mejor opción que al momento de consumirlos por separado. Eso se explica en el librito. Además, tenemos instructivos de cómo es que pueden preparar los alimentos, de modo que se puedan aprovechar mejor sus nutrientes o bien que estos sean más inocuos. De nuevo, con el ejemplo del arroz, pusimos un instructivo muy sencillo de seguir que incluso se puede llevar a cabo sin necesidad de que tengan que leer. Solamente hay que ver las imágenes y con esto pueden desarrollar esta receta, ¿no? Por ejemplo, en el caso del arroz, es un cereal que de forma natural almacena grandes concentraciones de arsénico, el cual es un mineral altamente tóxico para el ser humano. Y con este método que se les enseña, se puede reducir hasta un 80% las concentraciones de arsénico sin sacrificar el sabor del arroz.
I just wanted to clarify that what we saw, like the example we saw, is just the prototype. So there would be a lot more like recipes and tips that would be included in the booklet.
Ok, y como el programa de intervención, hay 3 puntos principales. El primero es el programa de educación, que es un programa de educación alimentaria. Es decir, que nosotros vamos a ir y al momento de que entreguemos el kit, vamos a hacer una especie de conferencia o taller o plática con las personas para explicarles a detalle el contenido del libro y cómo es que pueden llevar a cabo las recetas. Asimismo, en ese momento se pueden surgir dudas y las podemos resolver en el momento, ¿no? Asimismo, está el kit de despensa con enfoque en educación alimentaria, que es el que ya les explicaron, que todo su contenido y que incluye los alimentos de todos los grupos alimenticios, junto con el libro informativo. Asimismo, se tiene considerado llevar un seguimiento de una vez al mes por un periodo de entre 3 y 6 meses. Esto con el objetivo de recibir retroalimentación por parte de las personas que son parte de este proyecto. Que nos digan qué les gustó, qué les disgustó, qué mejorarían, qué les gustaría añadir, o bien para resolver dudas. Esto con el objetivo de seguir en una constante mejora y poder cumplir con nuestros objetivos.
Bueno, ahora pasamos al tema de cómo vamos a financiar nuestro proyecto. Primero que nada, quiero aclarar cuánto saldría el precio por unidad de la caja junto con el transporte. para facilitarnos a todo. El precio por unidad es de 205 pesos mexicanos o $10.25. Nosotros vimos que Banorte maneja alrededor de 29,000 clientes. Nuestro proyecto es redondeo de centavos para que el cliente se le haga fácil y desee donar. Sería mediante la aplicación de celular. Entonces, nosotros decimos, si son 29,000 clientes, estaríamos pensando que en un día aproximadamente 10,000 de esos clientes utilicen la banca y hagan una transacción diaria, deseando así donar 50 centavos. Haciendo esto, estaríamos haciendo 25 cajas diarias para apoyar a comunidades marginadas. Dale.
Ahora les vamos a presentar lo que es más o menos.
¿Cómo se vería en su celular al momento de ustedes querer redondear? Primero que nada, se les aparecería en su pantalla con su nombre y la pregunta ¿desea redondear centavos? Hay una sección donde es para que lean un poco sobre a dónde va a ir esas donaciones, que es a las comunidades marginadas y más que nada a las indígenas que les falta ese apoyo. Después simplemente le das un clic en deseo donar y se te va a aparecer una pequeña imagen de muchas gracias, al igual que si tú deseas dejar de donar, va a ser en un clic sencillo para evitar complicaciones a nuestros clientes.
¿Y quedó claro la parte del video de cómo luce? Continuamos. Ok, ya para finalizar, Proyecto NutriAprende es el primer paso para poder llegar a estas comunidades. No solo en tratar de combatir la desnutrición en comunidades de escasos recursos, ya que al ser una iniciativa puede incentivar futuros proyectos que traten de apoyar en esta problemática que intentamos resolver, que es la desnutrición en las comunidades de escasos recursos, que se pueden implementar además de la educación alimentaria. Se pueden incentivar programas que vayan a llevar alimento a las comunidades y agregar la educación alimenticia necesaria para poder aprovechar los nutrientes que tienen estos alimentos, así como obtener mejores y más variados alimentos de calidad. Que tener alimentos de calidad es la base de una alimentación saludable y son pues los que se necesitan para estos tiempos de incertidumbre. Pues eso sería todo por nuestra parte. Thanks for your attention. Any questions there?
All right. Gracias. All right. We're gonna pasar a el grupo Let's Eat. Oh, did you have questions? Sorry. Preguntas? Sorry, I jumped the gun there. Alder.
Thanks for your presentation. Do you have any idea where you would source the dried vegetables, not the lentejas, but the dried carrots or other vegetables in bulk?
Well, obviously all the costs are included in like the unit price, but we would just get them from, I don't know, whoever sells them. We don't have any specific place to get them, but like the rest of the stuff, well, everything would be bought like in a big scale and just be divided into like little baggies that would have the amount that we are distributing, but no, nothing specific.
Perishable. I like the idea that you're supplementing the box with something that isn't perishable. That's a really great idea. But it also seems to me like that would be the biggest supply chain challenge.
Okay. Rachel?
Your presentation was awesome. But my question is, I don't know if you mentioned it, I didn't think so, but who would be making these boxes? Who would be the laborer to make them?
Yeah, so again, all these things are included in the cost per unit, but it would be mainly once we buy the products from, how's it called? Companies, we would have to assemble a team that would package individual bags for the boxes, and then the boxes that would be then sent with that team to the community where they would be distributed.
Tenemos una pregunta en el chat. Buenas tardes, equipo Nutri y Aprende. ¿Cómo consideran que se asegurará que las personas de la comunidad entienden las recomendaciones que hacen en su manual?
Gracias por la pregunta. Pues para hacer que sea entendible, tenemos que utilizar pues la menor cantidad de palabras posibles, ¿no? O sea, porque no podemos dar por sentado que las personas que van a recibir ese kit o ese manual van a saber cómo leer, ¿no? Es por ello que en los instructivos usamos la menor cantidad de palabras posibles. Incluso pusimos palabras, pero no son necesarias para poder entender cómo desarrollar el procedimiento. Asimismo, en la parte de los grupos de alimentos, con los ejemplos, pusimos imágenes de cada tipo de alimento y usamos una especie de etiquetas de color que permiten como visualizar, no sé, este es color azul, en la receta lo ponemos color azul y hay como menos margen de error en ese sentido.
También ahí cae el área del seguimiento, que son 3 a 6 meses que iríamos nosotros personalmente, bueno, no nosotros, no, pero el equipo que está presentando la caja, a ver que entendieron cómo usarlo, que si tienen preguntas o que si ellos consideran que no está bien y que ya es como lo cambiaríamos y lo haríamos mejor para que ellos lo puedan utilizar bien.
Sí, para eso es este seguimiento, para ver que estas comunidades están entendiendo cómo aprovechar mejor los recursos a través de estos métodos que nosotros les damos para que puedan implementar esto en sus propias casas y así poder mejorar tanto el producto como el tipo de educación que se le brinda a este tipo de comunidades.
Ya, ahí está.
I was wondering for like transportation, how you guys are gonna like do that? Like it's gonna be like a teammate that is gonna go and bring it to them, or you have like talk with someone from that community? How that's gonna work?
Yes, so it would be, if we don't have access to contacting someone in this community, it would mostly be us or volunteers that would be going to these communities. But we were also thinking of later on helping the people in the communities and making them have all the information needed so that they can present it to their community. And that way they have more of like a personal connection, and like they would listen to people in their community instead of like people coming from outside.
Oh, sí.
También sí se nos olvidó mencionar que esta idea pues no es como las demás, que si bien hay iniciativas que apoyan para llevar alimento a las comunidades, pues en realidad nosotros agregamos la parte de educación alimenticia, en la que pueden ellos aprovechar estos alimentos y prepararlos de la mejor manera posible y combinarlos a sí mismo para que puedan tener estos nutrientes que el cuerpo necesita para tener una mejor calidad de vida.
We have a question here, and Angeles says, thank you very much about that. And we have Kristen Allen. Kristen, great to see you. Thanks for being here today. She had the question, this comes on the heels of the other question, your idea about volunteers. Kristen asked, do you think you might recruit volunteer force? And it sounds like yes. And then she followed that up with, if so, you might consider how and where you might find those volunteers. Have you thought about how you might get volunteers? ¿Cómo podrían get volunteers? No.
Bueno, nosotros estaríamos de la mano junto con Banorte y Gruma, lanzaríamos a lo mejor alguna campaña, ya sea en redes o algo. Siempre existe esa gente que le gusta ayudar, no por dinero ni buscando nada a cambio. Primero que nada, estuviéramos buscando ese tipo de voluntarios junto con Fundación Banorte, que les gustaría a lo mejor no que se les pague, pero no sé, a quién de aquí no le gustaría volver a ir a Punta Chueca y de cierta forma ayudar. O sea, es ese tipo de voluntarios, y si no, también estaría entrando dentro del redondeo, porque el redondeo va a abarcar todos esos gastos de la comida, del transporte y hasta de voluntarios, a lo mejor de camisas o lo que sea para apoyarse.
Es una buena pregunta, Kristen, y yo quería escuchar sus respuestas en sus formas. In your forms that you're filling out, just think about that question. That'd be a great one to get some ideas on. Other questions from the group? We have time for like about one more minute, if not. Don?
So I have a question about the packaging, and with these, lots of kind of small packaging coming into the community from outside. What are they going to do with the packaging? Are they going to be able to reuse it, recycle it? It might be useful to have more of a bulk transport to a co-op location that they could come with their own containers and then collect what they need, and rather than bringing new packaging into their community.
Bueno, no lo habíamos mencionado, pero como va a haber un seguimiento de 3 a 6 meses, cada mes se va a hacer una visita. Entonces, las bolsas que van a ir de cada alimento van a poder ser reutilizables, donde ellos a lo mejor, para evitar el seguir utilizando más plástico, sería, bueno, ya tenemos una caja, volvemos al siguiente mes, tráenos eso y nosotros te lo vamos a volver a llenar, para no estar gastando mayor plástico y mayor cartones.
Yeah, I don't know if you got that. She was speaking in Spanish. Yeah. So, yes, what she was saying is that most of this packaging would be reusable. So, because of the follow-up that we would be doing, every time we go back, they would bring these, like the box and the bags, back to us, and then we would give new ones, and then those that have been used would be used again to bring them back to the community, and it would be like exchanging, and it would just be a lot less than having to reuse new ones every time. Any other questions?
We're going to need to wrap up. We are at 20 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bien hecho. Muchas gracias. Nutre aprende. Okay. Equipo, let's eat. Vengan a frente. Oh, well. Gracias a todos que están en Zoom. Thanks for hanging with us. We have one more group. Thank you for filling out your forms digitally or in person and being engaged in the presentations. Great questions. Great answers. On a full screen. Are you going to slide, Sebastian? Do you just, is it in there? Is it ready? Oh yeah, it's ready. Yeah. ¿Ah? Who's going to begin? ¿Quién empieza? Okay. Ahí está. Este es para navegar. Goes forward. Okay. And then if you could get in the middle here. Yeah. We can't see anything after this. The flag over is in the screen. Everything from that flag over is in the screen. So you need to be, tienes que estar aquí por adentro si no se ve en Zoom. All right. ¿Cuándo están listos? Pueden empezar.
Good afternoon to everyone that is here today and via Zoom. And thank you for your time. My name is Sebastian Guzman, and I'm currently studying in clinical biochemistry in the University of Sonora. Bienvenidos. Bueno, nosotros vamos a presentarles lo que es Let's Eat, lo que estamos viendo aquí en pantalla. Esto es la culminación de de todo nuestro trabajo a lo largo de la Gran Idea. Lo que es Let's Eat es un juego de mesa enfocado específicamente a niños, aunque también se pueden jugar de edades mayores, de diferentes edades. Este juego de mesa tiene el objetivo de que los niños aprendan mientras juegan. Además de que este producto es un juego de mesa que puede ser comercializado y por lo que las ganancias van a estar dirigidas a lo que es las comunidades indígenas. Bueno, a lo largo de este proyecto, pues nosotros estuvimos revisando lo que es la estabilidad financiera, la seguridad alimenticia, y pues nos dimos cuenta que esos son grandes problemas por los que nosotros atravesamos como sociedad, ya sea pues, tanto en la comunidad de Sonora, tanto en comunidades de Arizona y de todo el mundo. Estuvimos aprendiendo primero en reuniones en línea, en reuniones por vía Zoom, en donde nosotros aprendimos sobre la estabilidad financiera, sobre seguridad alimenticia, sobre los problemas que enfrentaban estas comunidades indígenas. Además de que nosotros también estuvimos trabajando en equipo al principio por medio de mensajes. No nos pudimos reunir todavía hasta la segunda etapa en donde nos reunimos en Sonora, en la Universidad de Sonora, donde ya comenzamos a trabajar, a pensar en este tipo de soluciones, en qué problemática podíamos nosotros influir en este gran problema que sabemos que es muy difícil, sabemos que abarca una gran cantidad de aspectos. Entonces nosotros estábamos pensando en dónde nosotros podíamos influir, en cómo nosotros podíamos aportar de diferentes carreras, de diferentes universidades. Entonces comenzamos a trabajar, pensamos en diferentes ideas hasta llegar aquí en Arizona, donde comenzamos a trabajar con nuestro prototipo, comenzamos a pulir la idea que ya teníamos, la problemática, hasta llegar pues a este juego de mesa, en donde ya lo podemos tener aquí un prototipo final para presentarlos a todos ustedes. Y a continuación mi compañera le continuará.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Laura. I'm studying in University of Sonora. I'm majoring in law and also I'm a nutritionist. Bueno, entonces yo le voy a hablar un poco más sobre el background, sobre nuestros antecedentes. Como ya comentamos, visitamos la comunidad de los Eris. Ellos ahí nos pudimos dar cuenta de todas sus necesidades, de sus aspectos, de lo importante que tenemos que abarcar, en donde nos tenemos que especificar, en donde tenemos que ver sus necesidades, sus costumbres, sus culturas, su tipo de alimentación, para teníamos que conocerlos más a fondo para poder enfocar nuestra idea. Entonces ahí pudimos conocer a las personas, conocer un poco más sobre cómo llegar a ellos sin que sea como muy invasivo. Entonces nosotros nos quisimos enfocar en los niños. Nosotros quisimos ver más sobre las nuevas generaciones, porque vimos que en ellos hay una gran oportunidad de aprendizaje. Yo personalmente en mi carrera de nutrición ya hice proyectos así, en donde fui a comunidades, a escuelas, en donde vimos que es más fácil enseñarle a los niños y que aprenden más fácil que un adulto. Entonces vimos que ahí la oportunidad está en que si le enseñamos a los niños, ellos van con sus papás y les dicen, si aprendieron en la escuela, yo sé que la naranja, que la fruta, que la verdura me sirve, voy a comer mejor. Entonces ellos van con sus papás y les dicen, quiero que me compres fruta, quiero que me compres verdura, quiero comer mejor, y sus papás les hacen caso. Vimos que es más importante llegarles a ellos porque ellos son las nuevas generaciones, las nuevas personas que van a estar a futuro, y vimos que también la forma de enseñarles más fácil es jugando. Vimos también que si les explicas mucho las cosas, si hablas con ellos, muchas veces no se les pega tan fácil como cuando es algo didáctico. Entonces vimos que ahí hay una gran oportunidad para ellos, para nosotros. Y ahí está nuestro diagnóstico, nuestra idea, nuestro proyecto. Empezamos muy diferente a esto. Empezamos con una como cooperativa, como un negocio de empresas, pero vimos que no iba a ser como viable porque la comunidad está muy cerrada a nuevas personas entrando ahí. Entonces vimos que mejor es como algo educativo, centrarnos en la educación. y también pues van a aprender sobre nutrición y aparte que nuestro juego de mesa, como les van a comentar más adelante, les va a ayudar económicamente.
Well, hi everyone, my name is Mia. I'm majoring in environmental and sustainability studies. And right now I'm gonna explain that problem. As you can see, like we were talking about indigenous communities and everything that has been happening with them in the past and right now, but the major thing is food insecurity. As we all know, like we can have like a stress, we can be like probably in depression and things like that, and we never like spread that and we stop eating. And it's nothing that we can actually do. But now we're not relating to like older people, adults, we're going with kids because they're the future generations. Like, I know if I go with you and I tell you, hey, I want to explain you this and let me sit down with you and tell you what's food insecurity. Let's be honest, we're all adults. We make mistakes, but we're not actually going to listen. We want something fun. We actually want to like be like, hey, let me tell you, let's play this game. Let's go outside. Let's do something fun. Let's go to the sun and run and do something that you actually going to enjoy. So the first thing we taught is kids. What else is going to be? So for that problem, we know there's food insecurity, and it's not something that we can just go and give you like a talk, because everyone can do that. So for future generations, we're going to go with kids, we're going to play with them and explain what's going on. And for that, we focus more into indigenous communities, but this game can be like more general. It can be for like everyone, as I mentioned before, it can be for any age. And the good thing about this is like the kids are going to learn something. They're going to sit with us. We're probably going to explain. Then it's going to have instructions and all of that. And they're going to learn something like better, like about nutrition, about like fruits, vegetables, everything they want to like kind of do. And the best thing of this is like, it's going to be fun. They actually going to pay attention. They're not going to like listen to us and be like, okay, she's just talking to me, like what I'm actually going to do. It's going to be a game. You're going to learn, you know, when you sit at a table and you see other people like, you know, moving things, you're going to be like, oh, well, I had to move this as well. And I'm going to be winning. I'm going to receive points. I'm going to like do something else. And that's what we're doing right now. That's the main problem. So we have to do something with that. We have to like listen to people, listen to kids and be like, hey, you want to play? Let's play. After that, you're going to learn something. And for that, I have an expert from my team who's going to explain that.
Hola, buenas tardes. Yo soy Dulce María Herrera. Estoy estudiando negocios y comercio internacional en la Universidad de Sonora. Yo les voy a platicar un poquito sobre la resolución de la que yo y mis compañeros llegamos. ¿De qué se trata esta resolución? Pueden ver aquí enfrente un juego de mesa. Es un juego de mesa educacional para los niños, para que comiencen a aprender sobre la aportación nutricional de los alimentos desde una temprana edad. Básicamente, esta es la resolución, el juego de mesa educacional. Es lo que tiene de diferente, que es un juego educacional. Entonces, el objetivo del juego de mesa es que los niños puedan aprender de una forma divertida, didáctica, de lo que se trata la nutrición. El objetivo, el plan de este juego es que se pueda comercializar en supermercados, que se pueda vender ya sea en México, en Estados Unidos, para que cualquier institución, para que cualquier familia pueda tener el juego y un porcentaje de las ganancias se pueda ir hacia las comunidades indígenas o que no tienen recursos, de escasos recursos de comida, y el otro porcentaje se pueda ir para la manufactura, la distribución, la propaganda del juego. La ventaja que tenemos del juego es que es adaptable. Se puede jugar desde un nivel básico, desde un niño de 6 años hasta los adultos. Es entretenido, es fácil de entender y sobre todo es educacional. Las cartas tienen imágenes de comida, por ejemplo, un queso, lo que aporta ese queso, los nutrientes y claro, el queso, pero es de una forma divertida para que los niños entiendan y sea atractivo. Sigue mi compañero de explicar cómo funciona.
Muchas gracias, Dulce. Mi nombre es Leonardo Chávez, soy estudiante aquí en la Universidad
de Flagstaff. Actualmente tengo 2 majors, uno es en trabajador social y el otro es en fotografía. So, antes que nada quisiera hacer una pausa para agradecer al Grupo Banorte y al Grupo Gruma por darnos esta oportunidad de estar el día de hoy aquí presente, juntos a las universidades, haber tenido la oportunidad de haber ido a las comunidades, conocer los problemas que ellos están enfrentando ahorita y poder proponer una solución en el que podamos tener un impacto en ellos. So, como mi compañera aquí explicó el juego, tratamos de basarnos en un diseño sencillo para que fuera atractivo para los niños. Involucramos colores, la tabla de alimento, que es muy importante para la nutrición, y también aportamos la importancia de las bebidas, de consumir agua, de los límites. A continuación, if you want to move on, so I can show the cards. ¿Están aquí? Yeah. So, para las personas que están en Zoom, este es un prototipo de las cartas que incluimos. Ahorita les voy a pasar a las personas aquí presentes. Sí, pueden pasar. Y también para los que están en Zoom, está enfocado aquí, se puede hacer así para mostrar así. También como un ejemplo de los avatars que estaríamos utilizando para los niños. Ok. ¿Por qué nos decidimos basarnos en un juego? Es porque el aprendizaje mediante el juego puede ayudar a reforzar la información, sobre todo para los niños. Ok, ¿listo? Entonces, continuando, no queremos hacer algo difícil para ellos, queremos hacer algo que aportara diversión, conocimiento y, ya como mencioné antes, que fuera sencillo. No solamente para que fuera un juego que se jugara en casa, un juego que puedan utilizar los maestros para enseñar a los niños la importancia de una alimentación sana. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So besides that, I mean, we try to make the game with cartoons, which is right now, if you see in the market, there is a lot of like board games that includes food with big eyes, they're animated and everything. So it's a market that we already have on stores. So what we can do that, we can implement those ideas, base it in healthy food to promote that to the new generations. So that's why we come to this idea to promote healthy food. Ok, un poco así rápido sobre el juego. Es un tablero en donde van varias rondas, son 10 rondas. Entonces tú haces tu juego, van a empezar con 6 cartas las personas, los niños es muy fácil conocer las reglas, tienen 6 cartas al principio. Entonces en cada ronda tú vas a bajar pares, like pairs or 3 numbers equals, like you're going to add the numbers, and if you have the higher number, you win the round. So you can go higher in the board. Yeah, so you can move on. We are already tried with the other prototype, the basic prototype. This is better. So this is Ellis. Ellis played with us. He was so excited. He was aprendió muy rápido. He was learning faster. So he wanted to play another round. He won the game at the end. So he was really excited.
Yeah, we thank Curtis for allowing Ellis to play with us. Ellis was super excited for this game and he understood what the rules were, and he was like it was super fast for him to understand and add the numbers, and we were super surprised. And we hope it's just like that for every kid in all schools, either in Mexico or the United States. And also, you saw the cards. It's funny, it's fun, and most importantly, it has notes of information, like I am an orange, I give you this vitamin. So that's the type of information we want kids to learn.
Al igual que también hay unas cartas comodines o jokers that it's compared with soda, chips, and other kind of food that is actually unhealthy for kids. And we implement like what's the damage that can cause to the body. So that was another thing that we want to implement in the game. At the same thing, like the importance to wash your hands before you eat and like watch fruits and vegetables. So at the same time, we're teaching kids with food and like healthy habits.
We thank you for your attention, and we invite any company to support our idea, or if anybody knows, either in Zoom or here, of any anyone interested in helping us fundraise this project, it would be amazing. Are there any questions?
All right, Rachel.
I love it so much. Also, how did you make your little game pieces?
Just throw it.
Okay, so we don't make those ones, but that's one of the things that I point out, that those are things that are already on the market. So we can base the avatars based on what we have in the market with our own designs. So those things actually called Shopkins. So that's what we use, because we want to show like what we can create based in healthy food. Because I mean, shopping has like a lot of different foods like unhealthy. So our game is based on healthy. Yep.
It's just a little piece, like you can pick, it could be anything, a coin, something that represents that's you advancing in the game in the board. Any other question?
What was the question? Oh, okay, we got a question here in the chat. Buenas tardes, equipo. Al ser un proyecto que se basa principalmente en una estrategia didáctica, me parece importante considerar, ¿seguirán algún modelo de enseñanza-aprendizaje para el diseño de las materias y la metodología? ¿Cuál es la base de teoría? You can read it, right? Sorry. Better than I can read it.
Ok, no nos basamos en una enseñanza como tal, o sea, como un artículo científico, un modelo, pero nos basamos como que en mi aprendizaje, en mi experiencia. Yo ya he hecho esto en otras comunidades, escuelas, y ya tengo un poco de práctica en esto, entonces ayudé a mis compañeros a como ayudarlos a implementar esto, a aprender cómo realizarlo más fácil. Yo vi que los niños es más fácil aprender jugando, que ya lo hemos tratado de hacer con pláticas, con enseñanza, con slides, pero no aprenden así, o sea, no les gusta ese modelo de aprendizaje. Entonces, nuestra primera idea fue hacer como que un rally deportivo, pero también fue muy invasivo para la comunidad. O sea, ellos no permiten que mucha gente externa vaya a sus comunidades. Entonces, quisimos hacer algo que se quede ahí, que siga para diferentes generaciones, que lo puedan hacer en la escuela, en su casa, en otras partes. Entonces, ya es más por experiencia lo que implementamos, no tanto por algún estudio científico.
Gracias, Laura. Sí, nos basamos porque Laura es una nutrióloga, pero también es importante destacar que en el juego incluimos el plato del bien comer y la jarra del buen beber. Entonces, si en algo nos quisimos basar, en la primaria se enseña muy básicamente lo que es el plato del buen comer, la jarra del buen beber, y los quisimos agregar, pero en cada carta se encuentran alimentos con sus vitaminas, con los nutrientes que aportan. Entonces quisimos reforzar la información que ya nos inculcan en la primaria. A mí personalmente, en la primaria me enseñaron muy básicamente, entonces yo creo que a lo mejor reforzando ese tipo de cosas puede ser mejor para los niños que aprendan de una temprana edad también a mezclar los alimentos, de qué va con esto, qué jugo me tomo con este alimento y así.
Any other question?
This solution seems fairly age specific or really kind of targeted.
It is targeted, like you can see for people generations that are like 8. So like
Yeah.
So you can like more play it, you know? Like it's really for like probably kids to 9 years old, but like everyone, you know, can play it. It's not like he doesn't have like a music.
Yeah, it just seemed like a little focused, but I just.
Yeah, it's for 6 years old, and even us, we played the game, and it was fun for us. Even for us, maybe adults can play it too. But the most yes, but like the most important thing is like a little kid running. Oh, mom, I lost the apple, the card with the vitamin such and such, and I lost it, and maybe he's gonna remember it. The kids are gonna remember it, and then that's how it's gonna have an impact.
So another question, would you have additions that would like embellish on concepts and learning about nutrition? You know, start with a starter set that gets the basic ideas of food groups and micronutrients and so forth, and then get into more detail with
Maybe we could create more sophisticated games for teenagers, probably. Okay, so maybe we could create more sophisticated games for teenagers or adults, or it gets maybe a little more difficult.
Is it just like a prototype? We like playing with them and like we show it to kids. So we definitely want to add more. First of all, like the thing that we want is to like find companies, probably Banorte, if you're hearing us, we're waiting for you as well. Like companies, so like someone else who's want to like probably be enrolled with us and be like, hey, this is gonna work. Like we can take this to schools. Like in Mexico, we have this, it's kind of like a class that you go and play sports and all of that, but like realistically, we don't really play. We like just talk with people and be like, hey, let's hang out. But like if we would have like a board game, we do, just because we like to win. Who doesn't like? And if we were like kids, I would definitely want to win. If I have like this class and I know I'm not actually like gonna follow that professors or whatever, I know that I have this game over there and I'm gonna play. This is a prototype that hopefully will like help and all of that. We're gonna like sell it and see if it is working. We wanna probably add more and be more specific. It's like we have like apples and vegetables and be like, okay, this is gonna help you for this and this. Right now it's a little fun because we wanna like, hey, this is like a star. You're gonna like see that apple, it's a funny apple. So, but you know, it's a fruit. So these like kind of basic things, but we definitely wanna like continue into this and see if we can do it to the like a marketing and all of that. That answer your question?
I love
okay.
the idea. Personal investment and get people learn things so that wants them to take it to heart and be part of their life.
Yeah, actually, and I just see the game has a different kind of food, so it's encourage kids to try different foods, not just the basic, because they just like, oh, just an apple, just some orange and everything. There's more food, there's more vegetables that based on the figure they can see on this game, they can explore. And okay, and another thing that I want to mention is like, yeah, no, sorry. As I mentioned before, there's already a market for the game. And as you see, those kind of games, like even at the look games for kids, there's a lot of teenagers and even students here in NAU, because I even had opportunity to play different games related to food that you can see like, oh, it's +6, but we still play those games because it's still fun. So it's open to any ages. And as my coworker mentioned me right now, I like those games, it can be implemented in school. And I think it will be great for institutions, and they will love to have these games for institutions. And even when this game started for the native communities in Mexico and here, we find out that this game can be explored more than that and benefit like all the kids, not only kids in Mexico and the United States, even kids from other countries.
We have time for one more question. Oh, let's get those questions in the chat. Okay. Let's see. We've got one is, let me just check. Okay. We have about 1 minute.
Okay, I have a minute, so really quick.
Here, look out here. Look out.
Oh yeah. Since you asking about the program and everything like that, it's been really, really nice. A big idea. It's been like such a nice experience. Not just because we have like the chance to go to Mexico, but like, as you all can tell, we meet so many new people. We made more than like teammates. We're all friends. Like, it's such a nice thing that like we communicate for like texts and all of that. And now they come over here with us. So we're like hanging out, we've been eating, and it's like huge thing. So like, thank you to that big idea. Because yeah, they make this possible. Like Jacob, thank you for being there. But like everything else, like it's been a huge experience. And I definitely would like to see this for like next year for like different generations, not just us. So this is like probably the first start, but like we will see later.
That was a perfect response. Yeah, we always want to follow up our grant programs with new programs. So absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that. We're going to wrap it up there. Let's give another round of applause to Team Let's Eat. Thank you. Thank you, those who are participating in Zoom. I just want to say a few words as we wrap up. What we'll do is I'll say a couple words, and then we'll close down the Zoom session. And then at that point, we'll collect all of the physical responses there. Those of you who filled out online, thank you so much. We automatically get those in our Google form on the back end. And before everybody leaves, everybody who's here in person, we do want to get one big group picture with everybody up in the front. And we've got a photographer here to snap a picture of that. But we kind of started drifting into this territory of a couple of things that I wanted to say. It has been a wonderful experience. I mean, on a very selfish level, it's been just so much fun for me to get to know each of you students. And I was talking with Alejandro this morning, and he asked me, he said, "Hey, Curtis, how do you feel about the program? Did it do what you thought it would do? Like, did you, what we wanted to accomplish?" And I thought of yesterday when I was sitting with group Acatipi, and or a day and a half ago, and they had gone through literally like 300 ideas that they had, la verdad, 300 ideas que tuvieron. And all of them kept hitting brick walls, and they kept going this way, and they kept coming around this way, and they kept thinking about it, and we would take an idea and we would explode it out, and I was doing this with lots of the groups, and they were stuck. They were stuck until about 48 hours ago. And then out of nowhere, the idea struck one of them. I think they might've been looking at Tick Tock, I don't know, taking a break. And they had this idea. And I said, I was talking with the team, and I said, that's how it works, right? That's how you solve problems. That's how you solve parts of these big problems. And you cannot arrive at an idea without walking that path, without embracing that ambiguity. And it's really hard. A lot of people just want to jump right to the solution. And so when Alejandro asked me, "Curtis, do you think, was this a good, did it do what you wanted it to do?" Before these presentations happened, this program accomplished what we wanted it to accomplish. The process, the pain, the getting to know each other, the generating of ideas, and the experiencing the process of ambiguity. We get taught that there's a right answer and a wrong answer, right? You put it down and you get the happy face, you get the A or whatever. But it's not like that. It's much more difficult. It's much more ambiguous. The challenges that we need to tackle in the world are going to be, you're going to have to think this way to solve those. And so, yes, and more, this program has been so successful in that regard. If you can take some of these ideas, these ways of thinking with you into the world, into your jobs, into your communities where you go, you will be the change makers, right? You will be doing creative, impactful things. So thank you very much for that. I also wanted to say that this program has been a wonderful success, and that NAU and the University of Sonora, we've had a relationship in years past. We had a pandemic, and it kind of put the freeze on our relationship, on everybody's relationships. And this has been an opportunity for NAU to reevaluate, and UNISON to reevaluate our partnerships, the convenios that we have, the MOUs that we have between our universities. And we've been building some really exciting potential projects and ideas and exchanges and things that can happen between our universities. And the last thing I wanted to say, from it stepping out to an even broader level, that it has been a very wonderful cultural exchange. We see the power of getting to know people from across a border, right? From another community, from another culture. Many of you who live in Hermosillo or in Sonora had never been to Punta Chueca, right? So we went and visited communities, and we engaged with communities here in Arizona that maybe we've been here in Flagstaff in a bubble, and we had people come in and visit us, friends from our network who are Navajo. And so it helped us bridge borders, between Mexico and the United States, but also to get outside of our little borders that we make for ourselves. So thank you very much, everybody who's been a part of this program. Thank you, everyone who's attending here via Zoom today, especially those from the U.S. Department of State and our funders, Gruma, Banorte, and 100 Strong and the Americas support that's given through Partners of the Americas. Thank you, everybody. We're going to conclude the Zoom session in a couple minutes, and thank you, everyone, for being here. Round of applause to the students again. Thank you so much.